hate stems from something that happened to them in their past. So we gotta love everybody. My challenge to y'all is to refuse to be enemies.
Is that Brad Poles?
Do I hear Brad Poles?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the new and improved Underwater FlyZone Podcast. We're out here today. My name is Foster Huggins, and I'm here with the team today. Let's start it off with the boy.
I hear Brad Poles?
The boy, Brad Poles. What's up, boy?
What's up, bro?
Hey, introduce yourself to the people. So this kid has been helping me beyond words. Like, y'all don't even understand how much this dude's been helping me. So introduce yourself to the people. Who are you? What you been up to?
Yo, so I'm Brad Poles. I've been making videos for the brand, and I've been doing a little bit of behind the scenes with it, you know, just helping it organize and get the brand straight.
Yes, sir. This is basically the Underwater FlyZone business partner at this point. So shout out to the boy, Brad Poles. He literally found a VHS camera in his, grandma's house or something?
Yeah, grandma's basement.
And then, so if you be seeing on the Instagram all the VHS fire edits, that's this dude. So shout out to the boy. And I'm saying, this is not a guest episode. This is the Underwater FlyZone team. And the other member of the team we got in here today is the boy, Beej. You already know, Brock Johnson in the house.
What's going on?
So, Brock, introduce yourself to the people. Who are you, bro?
Yeah, so I'm pretty much just a photographer. Not much more to it.
Positive energy, good time. You already know.
Looking up, having fun with the boys. I mean, ultimately, that's pretty much all this was. It was a really good time.
Yeah. Yeah. Brock's been helping out for a minute, too. Like, you were with us in the season 3 drop. So. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it all started. It's crazy how much we've progressed, too.
Mm-hmm. Came a long way. So I did want to start out by saying this is the second birthday of the Underwater FlyZone. So let's come together real quick. Happy birthday. I'm playing. I'm not doing that. Hey, happy birthday to the Underwater FlyZone. It has been 2 years, y'all. 2 years of building the foundation. And I'm going to start off with just kind of breaking down what's been going on because it's been a minute. We haven't even dropped the episode since April 3rd, I believe. So it's been a minute. I don't think I've recorded one since February. So we're out here. First of all, obviously, you see we got the better mics, the better equipment, the better setup. I mean, it's looking good, y'all. I'm actually very proud of what we got going on right now. And these mics sound great. I don't know if y'all can tell. Watch, I'm sure you can.
Fire.
Yeah, fire.
We've been making money moves.
Making money, and if you cop the merch this season, you already know. Shout out to Street Warehouse. They hooked us up, bro. I mean, the custom tags. I'm repping right now. We had the custom tags. We had the all. No, they ain't all style. LA apparel. We had the LA apparel blanks. Shout out to that.
Good blanks.
Super nice.
For sure. So I did want to kind of break down. So it's been 2 years. 2 years of the Underwater FlyZone. And I remember, I just want to take y'all back to 2 years ago. It was me sitting in my bedroom with Brock Johnson's mic, bro.
I remember this.
Yes, this dude Brock gave me his mic. So it's me, Brock's mic, and Cooper's laptop. So that's how we started. Nothing of my own. It is Cooper's laptop, it is Brock's mic, and it is me sitting down, literally just starting. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just jumped into it. And I started the Underwater FlyZone that day, recorded the episode 1 of season 1. And y'all freaking went crazy. I don't know if you guys remember, but
oh yeah,
I put the episode out not really knowing what was going to happen with it. Everybody had it reposted.
Literally everybody.
It was like, I was like, bro, I don't even know what I'm doing. I just put an audio file on Spotify, and now it's on everybody's Snapchat story, everybody's Instagram. It blew up, for Spotify, this is crazy. It had like 300 plays. Like, that's a lot for Spotify. We normally get like 100 on a good day. Like, So it blew up. In my terms. And then episode 2, I mean, it was fire. 3, fire. We were coming out hot. And in my head, I knew that I wasn't necessarily proud of the content, but I was proud of the start. So, and the response was crazy. So I just kept going. I knew I wanted those 10 episodes, and I was going to see what happened. So we finished season 1. Like I said, I was not necessarily proud of the episodes, but I was very proud of the fact that we started. And the response and the support was crazy. We got 84 sales on the first merch drop. As you can see up there, the white freestyle graphics. Not shout out to freestyle graphics. I had to switch up real quick, but they made our shirts, and I I was expecting 20 sales, 84. That's insane. So I was feeling good. Confidence building. Season 2, planned it out, had it so structured. Went into it just completely every episode drawn out, bam, 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 so structured out. Met Alex Trinkle from Clever Fools, episode 6 of season 2. Changed my life when I met that dude because he really opened my mind to entrepreneurialism. You know what I'm saying?
Big word.
Yeah,
Big word.
yeah. And he really showed me like there's so much more to life than just the standard, school, job, retire. And he showed me you could really do something out here in the world. So that was a life-changing season. I will say though, at the end of season 2, I didn't like how structured it was. I actually liked season 1 better. I liked just the weekly, like almost like a update on my life type of thing, rather than me coming on preaching some structured, wrote out, scripted episodes. So I wanted to get back to that in season 3. The merch drop. Oh, mama calling. The merch drop for season 2. We sold 180. So we jumped 100
Crazy.
sales in like one merch drop to the next. So at that point, the confidence for the brand was insanely high. And then we hopped into season 3, and I wanted to get back to the more day in the life type of episodes, weekly episodes. And season 3 is whenever I went from like very confident to like, I will risk everything for this brand, bro. We sold, at this point, there is over 400 pieces of that Blue and Sand merch out in this world. There is like 400 people that own a piece from that drop. We sold 200 in the first 2 weeks. We the freaking feedback from the season was going insane. I dropped all the profit we made on extra, and we sold all the extra, so I had to drop the profit from that on more extra. I mean, we still got some, y'all. We still got some of a lot of the merch. I was like, bro, nothing can stop this movement. Your life is worth living. It is. I mean, God is backing us. Like, come at me, bro. God is on our side. And then we went to the winter merch drop that was not attached to a season. And we got 100 sales. So at this point, I'm like, bro, I just did a merch drop that wasn't attached to a season, got 100 sales. We're safe. We could get 100 sales consistently. And that's when season 4 happened, y'all. So I'm telling y'all, growing up, I don't want to say I struggled with confidence issues because I was always pretty confident, but I never was so confident to the point where I was like, I could put myself out there and like start a brand and it will succeed. But I got there after season 3. Season 4 humbled me, bro. We got no feedback. I mean, there were I got 2 messages all season. Season 3, there were so many people hitting me up after every episode that like it was overwhelming. Season 4, I got 2 messages all season. 38 sales on the drop. 38 sales. My confidence went from here to literally to the point where I was questioning the brand itself. Like, I was like, what is going wrong? I just put so much money into this, and I honestly didn't get it all back. I mean, I went under that drop. It was not good. It was not good at all.
Brutal.
Yeah, and it took a shot on my confidence, and so the devil, bro, and this is some spiritual stuff, but the devil saw what we were doing. He saw the movement. He saw, this dude is pushing hard, putting a positive movement out there, and then we failed, and the devil was coming at me, bro. He was saying, you should quit. Should not do this brand anymore. And I was starting to believe this because I'm like, bro, I've dealt with a lot of hate through the brand too, which I don't even want to get into, but there's been some haters too. So at this time, I wasn't getting any good feedback. I was hearing a lot of hate. And then I'm getting these thoughts of like, you shouldn't do this brand. You shouldn't do all this stuff. So I knew something had to change. And I'll tell you why we failed. I already know why we failed season 4. It's because I went into that season with my understanding of what the brand should be. I went into that season thinking, this is me and God working together. Me and God are business partners, and we're taking this on. And God showed me, bro, we are not business partners. You're working for me, boy. Yeah. You're working for me. This ain't mutual. And I love that happened because I needed that. I was getting way too confident, and God just humbled me. And he even let me suffer a little bit, which is what you need sometimes in life. And so I sat back. I decided I'm not quitting, bro. This is a good message, and I know the world needs this right now. Needs it right now more than ever. We got to find a new attack strategy, though. We can't keep doing this same old shirt, crew neck, hoodie, guild, and drop. Like, we got to upgrade. We got to take steps forward. If you're not going up, you're going down. You can't go flat. I mean, you're going up or down. So I was like, what are we gonna do to upgrade? And that's when you already know. Let's. Oh, it ain't working. Hit that. You gotta hit that, bro. Oh,
That's
failure.
crazy.
That's crazy. Do I hear Brad? You got that.
Do I hear Brad Paul?
That's when do I hear Brad Paul? What's the deal with that
I don't
though,
know,
bro?
bro.
Hold up, run it back.
It's not even.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
Big L's.
Dang.
Hey, we're still working out all the technology, but basically what I'm saying is I had to make a change, and that's where Brock hit it.
Do I hear Brad Paul?
That's where Connor comes in, and low key also Brock came in. It was like December. It was more January actually.
Yeah.
And we started FaceTiming once a week. And I was just kind of spitting my game. Brock lived in Arizona though, so it wasn't as
Yeah.
realistic for him to hop in all the way.
Unfortunately.
Yes, at that time. But me and Brad over here, we went all in. So I want to hear your thoughts at this time. Let's take it back to right at the beginning of this whole process of the revamp of the Underwater FlyZone. So what was your whole story behind this?
So Foster hit me up, and he was talking that he has been looking for different business partners. Looking around, he couldn't find the exact right one. So we had been talking about possibly joining together on this next drop and seeing what all we could do together. And we kind of decided on testing the waters in the hat market.
For sure.
I mean? And
Shout out AutoCap.
yeah, for real, AutoCap best blanks right
Fire.
here.
Mm-hmm.
But we started FaceTiming every night, and then eventually, we're hanging out more. We're actually like diagramming everything out, making the logos and everything, and it started to feel more real week by week. But we had the whole drop almost planned by I want to say March.
We
I want
did.
to say March. We were deep in it. But
And we talking about the 4-color hats. We got them back here. Barely any browns left. And then we were talking about the shirts. So the most recent, the summer 2023 merch drop that just wrapped up when y'all are seeing this. We went all in on it. And it was not easy, bro.
No.
When I say, and like I was talking about that spiritual warfare, the devil was like, oh, they're starting back up. I'm going to hit them hard. And he did hit us hard. I mean, talk about finding hat blanks. We couldn't find a good hat blank. It took forever, bro.
we did so much research. We hit so many obstacles during this whole journey.
It
but-
was dead end after dead end.
Right, and we already hit them at the start when we were trying to find different shirt blanks, different hat blanks, how we were going to even put the patch on the hat. We came across so much stuff.
And then we're thinking we wanted these hats to be $25 max. And then we started learning about embroidery pricing. And we were like, we don't want it to just be embroidered, your life is worth living on the front. We have to have that patch on the side or else these hats aren't even going to be
Right.
worth buying, bro.
Yeah, I feel like we wanted to make a premium-ish hat, to
Exactly.
actually, represent our brand. We're not going to throw out random
100%. And the other thing too, with the last merch drop, the red, the season 4 merch drop, I wasn't even that proud of that drop. I'm not going to lie. I do love it, but I wasn't I am in love with this piece. Here you go.
Right.
I wanted something, and from now on, anything I do, I want to be in love with what I'm giving out. And we were like, we're not going to be in love with this if it's not exactly what we can vision. And the big thing about the big thing about Brad Poles, the big thing about Brad that I have always just from the start, from us working together, it's crazy how similar our mindsets have been. Like you would say stuff that I was literally thinking. I mean, talking about the logo for the front of this shirt, when he did this, he designed the shirt. It was kind of my brain, but it was his,
Yeah, you had
his
the vision. I
creativity.
just put it all
Exactly,
together. Yeah.
exactly. And it was like I had these puzzle pieces, but I was missing half the puzzle, and he had this, and he was missing half the puzzle. So we just put it together, and it's we just clicked so well, and we started to really realize that every single day something new would happen where I'm like, dang, this is my guy. This is my guy right here, bro. This is my guy right here. What were some moments like that for you though? Just throughout realizing that, hey, this is actually gonna be something.
I think when we got our first quote on the hats and the shirts, we were quoted a really big price, and after it, because we were really happy going into it, we thought we were gonna get the price that we wanted.
We were hyped. We were like, let's go. And then we started hearing the pricing, and it's like, oh.
And on that drive home, our spirits were definitely down, but
Started out down for sure.
definitely down. And then like right after we were on the same page. We were like, we got to find something else,
Yeah.
It's we can't just sit and wait. We got to go out and look. And then, later that week we found our guys.
Found our guy. Yeah. And he did hook us up, and shout out to that dude. And then shout out to Street Warehouse too, because Street Warehouse with these shirts, I mean, they absolutely killed it. And I remember we were also talking about how many shirts to buy. So basically, if you don't know how this works, if you buy small, you have to pay more per shirt. But if you just go ahead and full send and buy like 100 like we did, it's less per shirt, more profit. And me and Brad were talking, and we're like, I was like, bro, should we go small, just get a couple shirts for the models, promote it out, or should we just full send? He was a little skeptical, but I was like, bro, let's do it. I knew I could get to
Take
him.
the risk.
And this was a big thing going into it, working with him. This dude's a risk taker because he's been doing this. He's been doing this for a while. But
Yeah.
when he comes to me and he's saying, let's buy 100 shirts right now. I'm like,
That's money right
bro.
there.
I'm like, it's a little steep, but at the end of the day, it worked out. And I feel like that's one thing I definitely learned from this drop is that you can't take stuff so serious. You gotta take those risks. If it's if you don't want to jump, like it's like you're not doing something right.
Yeah, it's called living in the real world, bro. It's called taking living real life. Like I feel like so many times we want to play life on defense, but we just don't want to fail. It's like I'm gonna do everything I can to not fail. Right. But in reality, it's like if you're doing everything you can to not fail, what are you doing to succeed? Like what are you doing to actually go for it? You know what I'm saying? And me and Brock, we talked about this after the show the other day, which I do want to get into that in a little bit. Sure. It's actually going on behind me if y'all peep the TV. But we were talking about it's so fun to plan stuff out. It's so fun to talk about these dreams. And then you get the price for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got to see what you got to pay for it.
Right.
That's when it doesn't get as fun. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta make that decision.
Yeah. And a story I want to tell, and shout out to Macy because she's in here too, helping record. She's gonna speak in a little bit. She got a mic back there. So you already know. But so it was the winter merch drop, right? And something I always did with the old merch drops, I was like, because I'm just straight up like DM me, Snapchat me to order. It was so unorganized, it was so crazy. And I would tell people, you don't have to pay till I get it to you, because I didn't want people to pay for something they weren't actually getting. Doing that meant that I had to spend my own money at first. I spent every dollar I had besides $22. There were $22 to my name. Shout out to Macy. She bought my gas on the way home from Maryville. Do you remember this? Literally going home for Christmas break. I didn't have the money to pay for gas.
No way.
So, and then it all paid off. It came back times two. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it works. You buy the stuff, you sell it, you profit a little bit, it comes back, then you put that money back in the business.
You're just gambling.
Exactly. Basically.
It's all on the line.
Yeah. So, shout out to Macy for always keeping me afloat. By the way, if you're a girl out there and you end up dating an entrepreneur, you're automatically the unpaid assistant. So just get that. Let's make sure that's understood. And Macy is literally the rock of the Underwater FlyZone. But the reason I tell that story is because that was the biggest risk I've taken so far, at least at the time. And that's when I opened my mind to like, all right, when you take risks, it's gonna work out. Like if God is behind you, it's gonna work out. And that's the thing in season 4. Took the risk again, didn't work out. But where was God in that? I was doing that all on my own understanding. So this time, bro, we had God with us. I was praying every night, and it all worked out, bro. It all worked out. We sold out in less than 48 hours. Shout out to you guys.
8 hours.
The Underwater FlyZone family, undefeated, and I just can't say how much I appreciate y'all. A few more things I want to get into regarding this drop though. Do you remember like when we couldn't really find exactly what we wanted for the back of the shirt? Like it was like we had some ideas, but we were just struggling to get a design we loved. And it was like we were hitting people up and they were giving us stuff back. And we're like, close, but not quite.
Right. I think we really wanted like our whole like memo. What we wanted the message on the back, right? We want a message on the back, but it's gotta look cool.
It's gotta look cool for
Gotta
sure.
look cool.
For sure, because you don't want to buy a shirt with just words on it,
Right.
And that's what this is. It's a shirt with just words on it, but it looks so cool that you don't even really think about it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just remember one night, dude, I was up and I just could not sleep. I literally couldn't sleep, and I just remember Macy telling me, she was like, you need to just pray about this. So I did. And that's whenever I felt God tell me, you need to dedicate this drop to the people that have lost people to suicide just like you have. Because in the month of April, when we're preparing this drop, didn't yet have the design. I got hit up by I think in April, I had over 10 people hit me up just about, oh, I just lost my friend to suicide. What do I do? And I started, it got to be so many people. I started copying and pasting. Sorry, y'all. I had to literally like copy and paste and tweak up the same messages I had sent Morgan Houston back like 4 years ago. If you know that story, cool. If not, it'll be told at a different time. So I decided, I was like, you know what? How many people out there are dealing with the same thing? They just don't know me. That's when I decided we got to put that message on a shirt.
Right.
Got to put it on a shirt. So we threw the message on under there. And when we got that inspiration, that's when I feel like so many gears just started turning. We started taking so many steps forward. And it was just such a blessing.
After we got the designs, because we spent like almost every night just trying to, scratch something up. But after we got the designs, I'd say that's literally when everything just went our way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think we had a problem after we had designs and everything.
Yeah, besides like little stuff like, oh, we got to buy a label printer. Okay. Oh, now we got to figure out how to work the label printer. Okay. Now it's like just little things, but
it was a lot of like trial and error, honestly, because this is like the first time we're like revamp. Like we have a website now. We got shipping.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, so fire, dude. You didn't get to see how it was taking orders through Snapchat. The worst, bro.
I can't even imagine.
Worst.
Oh, my God.
But okay, so we drop the money, we get the merch in, and now it's time to really promote this stuff. And there was some days, bro. There was some days leading up to this drop where we went out and got photo shoots that were just so unreal experiences. And I feel like that's the joy in this, is like really going out, getting a group of people together. We're doing it for a good cause, and we're having a good time doing it, and it's real work, bro. It's like that is the real world, bro. That is going out and doing what you love and like really living life. And that's where Brock comes in, y'all. That's where Brock comes in. Brock, what was some of your big takeaways from working through this drop with us and just in general the past couple weeks getting this thing together?
Yeah, well, first of all, the past couple weeks have been just amazing. Like in terms of just like seeing where this started, like a couple years ago to where it is now is just like unbelievable. And I will say, I was gone a lot this year. Like I was in Arizona half the time.
Yeah. Dude goes to Grand Canyon University out in Arizona. Yeah,
shout out GCU.
And we some KC boys.
Yeah. So. But yeah, anyway, I didn't see what these two were doing for quite some time. Like we talked a little bit like in January, those months.
Yeah.
Like a couple FaceTime calls, but after that it kind of just like they kind of put their heads down, and I could tell, like, I know these boys are like working hard. Like I know it's like something crazy is about to happen. I just didn't know what exactly it was going to be. And then I remember one day, I think Connor sent me like a picture or something of like the designs that he had made. And I was just like, wow. Like I was just like, this is crazy. Like I wasn't expecting it. And then he told me, he's like, dude, I made that. I was like, there's no way.
On Canva,
bro. He's like, dude, and like I've dabbled in some of that stuff, but just like, it's crazy what they have taken. Like they have taken something like that seemed so small at one point and made it big.
Exactly.
And I think like coming back to that was like one of the coolest things, because first of all, it made my job really easy. I mean, all I had to do, to be honest with you, is just take the pictures. But like, it's cool and all. But I think like the bigger thing too for me, it was just like in the past couple weeks, like seeing, like Riley Hooten, for example, like Faith, Jake, all these people that helped out with like the modeling and just people like that. I feel like seeing them enjoy this and like have so much passion is like one of the coolest things.
They were so bought in, bro. They were so bought in.
It doesn't even feel like work at that point.
It's
like
not. It's literally. It is though.
But
it's not.
It is work.
You
but
know
like,
what I'm saying?
But like that's the best kind of business or job you can have, is when it doesn't feel like work.
Exactly.
Like when you're like when you can like wake up in the morning and be like, man, I have this goal, I have this dream, but like it's gonna be fun. Like we're gonna have fun doing it. So like I think ultimately like that was my biggest takeaway, and I think it's been so fun.
For sure, bro. It has been.
And just seeing where it's gone is it's super cool. So.
Yeah, and I mean the thing about it being work too, some people might be like, are you guys getting paid if it's work?
Yeah.
We could be.
Yeah.
But we're taking all the profit money and putting it right back into the business. And like I was talking about, I told that whole 2-year story of the Underwater FlyZone. All that has been is building the foundation for what is going to become unfolding in the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? This is still building the foundation. This is just putting on that next layer.
Yeah.
Like the last 2 years has literally been building a firm foundation, something we could build off of. There's a Wiz Khalifa song called Elevated. I played it for Connor. You already know.
Yeah.
He says, all you need is a foundation to stand on, and then
true.
you can build it, and the limit is the sky. I used to listen to that when I was a freshman, just like had no real dreams, but I was like, hey, that's cool. But it came back to me recently, and I'm like, that's really what this has been. It's been building a foundation, and a lot of people don't make it because they see the profit money coming in.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, that looks nice.
Yeah.
Let me get some of that. Let me get some of that. Let me go buy a car. Let me go buy. We don't have enough for a car. Not enough.
No.
Let me go buy this new jacket. Let me go. You know, they spend all their profit money and they have nothing left when the next merch drop comes up. So
Yeah.
like this is literally, or whenever they need some new mics, we had the money for
Some
it. You know what I'm
bees.
saying? Yeah. So it's like that is what we're trying to do right now. So yeah, we're not getting paid. So maybe you don't call it real work, bro. We out here grinding, and I'm telling y'all, like, we ain't giving up till this changes the world.
Yeah.
So until that happens, until everybody in the whole world's changed, we're going to be right here. Like, and I love that I went through the feelings of wanting to quit because now I'm like, now I just know how much it'll never happen.
It tastes
like,
sweet.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's like you gotta see the lowest to love the highest. Like the good things in life aren't good without the bad things happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and then let's get into some bigger stuff. I'm not even bigger stuff, but some other big stuff that happened. You know, we had the drop on June 4th, sold out by June 6th. Crazy. And it was just a whole process.
It was
bro.
just crazy to see all the feedback so fast.
so
Yeah.
fast.
Like
Just like boom.
People there was a dude in Georgia, dude in Texas. I'm like,
Yeah,
who
we
are
were-
these people?
we
But
were
thank you.
nationwide.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. But yeah, just seeing in all of the orders come in, and we're like, whoa,
You were like,
dude.
what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so that's all going crazy. And then I'm thinking in my head, oh my gosh, I got this event coming up. We had the El Dorado event. And I told y'all, there'll probably be like 20, 30 people there.
Dude.
I set out 40 chairs. I don't know if you've been watching the video behind me. Go check it out on the freaking YouTube. Just go watch it after this. There were 40 chairs set out. There were more people standing than sitting.
Yeah.
Like y'all don't understand. Like I have been going through it. Like that drop put me through it. I have been down bad.
Yeah.
And that night I was like, I was on top of the world that night. I've never been proud of anything I've ever done, and I don't want to be proud of this, but I was like,
Oh yeah.
how in the world did this just happen? Like you guys coming out absolutely blessed. You blessed me.
Yeah,
Like
it was beautiful.
thank you. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable. And I don't even know what else to say about it. It was incredible. And then these two just captured it so well, bro.
It
Like
was fun, man.
it-
Like
it-
honestly,
what
that-
was your experience with the show? I want to hear some stuff about
well,
it.
dude, like because we had that. There was a show, like a music show. I can't remember. I think it was last summer, like Lil Gat Fast and all that stuff.
Yeah. That was the Gap
So
show.
I'd been there once. That's the only time I've been to El Dorado. So I was
Uh-huh.
like, all right, like that's what we're working with.
Yeah.
So I was going into it thinking it'd be like kind of similar to last time. I get there, bro. There are like he said, you said like 20 chairs or something like that.
Yeah.
Give it maybe 30 minutes after I got there, the whole
Yeah.
place. I mean, they just kept coming, man. I mean, like,
when we got there around the same
Dude.
time, right?
yeah, we got there at the same time, and like, he and I are talking like, all right, we're gonna do this. Foster set us out a little like catwalk, like walkway. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean?
I did.
So like, we're like, all right, this is gonna be great. Like, we're gonna have our little spot or whatever. Then next thing you know, like there are just, I mean, tons of people. Like his students came from like
From what? Hey, shout out to y'all.
Like-
3 hour and 10-minute drive from West Nottoway. Connor, can you grab this off the wall real quick too? If you bring that up, I gotta give credit. Bro's about to break the chair. He already did, Loki. Hey, I gotta give a shout out real quick. So shout out to my boy Xander Kent. He painted me this. If you look closely, is it focusing? They're all repping merch. Do you see that? Some of them are unreleased designs. Let's just call it that. But they are repping merch. He basically put his senior tile, like on the ceiling, they make a senior tile.
Yeah.
He painted this, and I told him, I was like, bro, if you could somehow find a way to make that on a canvas, I'll throw it up in the background. So he did it, and shout out to the boys Xander, Michael, Jay, and Braxton. And then also my 8th grade students, this is on the back of this. They drew me that. They all signed it. I didn't forget about y'all. Don't even play with me. I'm never forgetting about y'all. It's just gonna be hidden behind, the canvas.
Yeah.
You owe it. You up there too. But shout out to those boys. 3-hour drive. I'll put it back. But
Yeah.
Brock, you can continue.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, it was crazy. Like, those people came, and like all our friends from, wiffle ball came, and like, friends of Foster from school, just like so many people came, family. It was just like, it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And then, you know, Brandon spoke. Like, that was just a surreal experience.
Dude,
Like,
such a blessing.
it was
that
just
you
really
got to pull
cool.
up.
And then, you know, Brad and I were working on it, like shooting and stuff. And
I think it was like we were like towards the middle of the speech, or I mean the beginning of the speech, we were like wondering like where are we gonna
you're
shoot
stressing
at?
a little bit.
Because there was no room. We were just sitting in
Yeah.
the back, and Brock's like holding his camera up, trying to get above
Going
the
for the
people.
bird's eye shot.
See,
bro.
I didn't
Like,
know about this.
dude.
Tell me more, because I was talking.
Nah,
I'm
I mean, go ahead. Go ahead.
Me and him are at the back, and we're like, bro, we need to get to the front, but there are no seats. Like there were no seats. So we're like, so do we just sit on the ground? But he's
Yeah.
got that chunky lens. And we're like,
Uh-huh.
are you even gonna be able to get him?
Yeah. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Speaking of that, like, you know, I was running with the 70 to 200 in that little room, and I was like, dude, like, I'm gonna have to be at the very back of the room if I want to use this lens.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like switch out, and I tapped him in the shoulder. I was like, all right, like I'm going in. So I went to the front. I think
I
you
saw
were still
y'all.
talking.
So
yeah.
I'm talking, and I see y'all walk up through the center, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it didn't distract me, but I was like, huh.
No. I was like, man, I really don't want him to like slip up or something because he like
Yeah.
sees me walking up the middle. But like, I was like, you know what? Screw it, we're going.
Yeah.
So I just like sat there and, you know, was getting some shots. I thought they turned out decent, but
No, they didn't turn out decent. They turned out absolutely unreal.
Yeah.
Like, this dude has been hooking me up for years, but that night, I don't know if it's just how blessed that night was, but like he captured it amazingly. He did a unreal job. Like, dude, I can't thank you enough, bro.
yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Also, shout out to like Jake too, Robert the creator.
Huge shout out to Robert, bro. Thank you.
Also,
for
shout out.
bringing that
I
up.
think Cooper helped film a little bit.
Cooper
did.
did. Cooper, he was with the vlog camera, and the vlog camera ran out of storage somehow.
Yeah.
What the
He-
heck, Fuzz?
There-
Format them cards.
Cooper, the cam went out of it ran out of storage. Cooper
Yeah.
just whips his phone out just right when it stopped, and he's filming on his phone.
Cooper is
So
that guy.
tragic.
He's
bro.
the best cameraman.
Shout out
bro.
to
He
bro.
is.
Shout out to Cooper. Bro, I can't say enough about Coop. That's my workout buddy. That's my guy. Cooper,
Love
I love you,
Coop.
bro. I hope you're
That's the
watching. I
boy.
love you, bro.
Thank you, Coop.
And yeah, thank you, Brock. I mean, you
Hey, thank
even
you, bro.
farther than the show, like the whole shoot you did was like for the merch drop, best pictures you've ever taken. In my
dude,
opinion,
probably.
best
And,
pictures
you
you've
know,
ever
like
taken.
that's the thing about me is like, I just did sports for like 8 months out of the year straight. So that's like
Yeah.
all I knew. Like, I mean, it's like, it was super refreshing to like do something different. And
Uh-huh.
like, not only that, but it was fun. Like I was saying, like, it was so fun.
We had fun with it.
oh, we had
did
so much
shit,
fun. And
yeah.
also, shout out to New Vintage Thrifts too. For letting us
Huge
use
shout
the,
out New Vintage Thrifts.
for letting us use the white wall down there.
They
were-
modeled.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, and
Yeah.
they hopped in.
And they hopped in. Some,
They weren't
yeah,
even
hopped
ready
in
for
some
that,
shots.
bro. I felt so bad. We pulled up to New. They're gonna be our first guest too
Yeah.
on the new Underwater FlyZone. We pulled up to their place with like a whole squad. I told them there would be 6 of us. I think there was I think there was actually only
we
7.
brought a whole
but
bus, bro.
yeah, but it was a whole bus full, and I
We're
mean,
like-
we
we're
just
like
were
8
mobbing.
cameras
Filled up the
deep.
Forerunner. Yeah, we filled up the Forerunner. with
We
people.
filled up my mom's car, whipping the mom's car
Yeah.
to Liberty. It was insane, dude. And one of my favorite memories from the merch drop photo shoot was, this is so great. It was at the Summit Fair. What's it actually called? Downtown Days.
Downtown-
It
I
was
know
at
what you're gonna
Downtown
say.
Days in Lee Summit, and I just right through the carnival, like where they had all their pop up booths and like you know they're giving away big stuffed animals, whatever. It looked so photogenic, bro. But there were literally a million, like not
Yeah,
literally, but there were a million people in there,
Oh,
bro.
man.
We had Macy and Faith just walking.
Oh,
we
man.
get a little path, and it's just like 6 cameras,
Well,
and you just
First of all, so we needed the back of Macy and Faith. Shout out to Faith and Macy.
Yeah,
Macy, I can
huge.
shout all day. Shout out to Faith, bro. We were like, all right, we need to plan this out. We need 3 linemen at the front. We're like playing out a football
This is
plan.
crazy.
Because, I mean, it's a mob of people. And Brock's camera, you have to be pretty far back to get a good shot.
especially that lens.
So
yeah.
we're like 3 linemen deep. Shout out Jack Green. Shout out Jake, Faith's boyfriend. And then Jackson in the front, just plowing, bro. And then behind them plowing, you got Macy and Faith, you know, walking, trying to model. And behind them, you got me with the vlog camera, Brad Poles with the Brad Poles VHS.
Yeah.
You got Beej with the freaking best camera on this planet Earth. And then you got Carson with a VHS.
Yeah.
Then you
Get
got
a
Cooper
shot
with
at
the
free,
Canon.
hey, free get shot.
Dude,
Hey.
and then you got
Shot.
Cooper with the Canon. You're getting followed by 5. I mean, there was 5 people with cameras following Macy and Faith, bro. it was like a freaking football play. It was like, all right, we're running this play on 3. 1, 2, 3, hut.
It was so unorganized. It wasn't even funny. Like,
but it went.
It worked, though.
It worked.
it worked. And like, that's the thing too. I was like taking the photos and I'm like, man, I hope this is going to work. Cause I mean, there were like tons of people. And like, I usually don't like worry too much about stuff like that. But I was just like, dang, like, you know, got all these like random people around and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to like get in people's way. You know what I
For
mean?
real.
So I was like, you know what, screw it. Like, let's just do it.
Full send.
And it was funny. Like some of the like the vendors, like the carnival guys,
Yeah,
were like,
yeah.
they were like joking with
take
us.
a picture of me.
Yeah.
And then it starts raining, bro. Like towards the end of
Pouring.
it starts pouring rain.
Oh,
You
I
remember
forgot about that, bro. I mean, yeah,
Like, towards the
we
end.
were as far away from our car as you can
Oh,
get,
yeah.
and then it just starts pouring. And in my head, all I'm thinking is, Brock's camera better be good. Brock's camera better be
That
good.
was
That's
a
all I was
crazy
thinking.
shoot. And we had
Yeah.
a couple. I mean, like if you think about it, like it was fun, but we had a couple moments in those shoots where like, oh shoot, like what's happening? Because like
Yeah.
remember the boat shoot?
Yeah. Wait, what about it?
I think that was my favorite shoot.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was-
the
that
boat
was a
shoot
fun
was
shoot.
insane.
The
Those pictures
sunset,
turned out. I love
yeah.
those.
Do you know what's
pictures.
funny? Do you know what's funny? So on the paddleboard shoot, so like the girls got down and put the hat on the paddleboard. You see the great shot. You see the sunset. You
Yeah.
see, it all looks good. What you don't see is that it's literally my bare foot
Yeah.
hanging off the boat. I'm just holding the paddleboard in place with my freaking foot.
Yeah.
And dude, it's just so janky, but no one knows that unless you watch this stuff. But it's just, I love that, bro. It's
It
so
was
crazy.
Just like it was so fun, man. Like a lot of people don't see that kind of stuff, but like that's just the process. Like that's just
Literally.
what makes it. Like those are the
even-
memories.
It didn't
Yeah.
even feel like a photo shoot.
No.
Like we were just jacking around the whole
Jacking-
time, just taking videos, taking pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and bro, a lot of people were hanging around people like us, jacking around the whole time. They would be like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yeah.
But our models, Riley, her sister
Shout out
Tatum,
Hootens,
bro,
yeah.
the Hootens went crazy. Macy obviously went crazy. Faith had a good time. I mean, the dudes that pulled up, Jackson's
Jackson too,
just the guy, bro. I
Yeah.
mean, everyone was so bought in, and that's what made this so special, bro. Everyone there was genuinely wanting this to work out,
Yeah.
knowing that you ain't getting money. I mean, we gave out
Yeah.
some free shirts and stuff, but you ain't getting money.
Right.
Yeah.
You're here because you care about the message, you care about us, and you care about the team, bro. And that's what to me like makes me almost tear up. Like that's
It's
insane.
bigger. It's bigger than like the hats and the shirts at that
So
point.
much-
You know
so
what I
much
mean?
bigger.
It's like, it's honestly, it just means a lot to see that people care like that.
And not to mention the fact that we're walking through downtown days all wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
Like how weird is that? And we're just all wearing this. But hey, I actually wanna take the camera from Macy for a second. Let her give her little spiel on this whole process because she's been a part of it. She had to see me in the late nights when I was all freaking not happy with the whole process, and then she also got to see it all work out and go great. So I want to take the camera and let Macy have her moment. Drop the mic down.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Can you
Gotcha.
guys hear me perfectly?
Oh yeah.
I
Perfect.
can hear you.
So what am I supposed to talk about?
Oh my gosh. Just talk about your whole
Like
whole
the photo shoot experience?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And the whole merch
Um,
drop experience. Like you remember those nights when I was all mad, you know. what I'm
Okay,
saying?
well, first of all, so when you guys, I remember, let's take it back from the beginning. So obviously didn't even know like what you guys were going to do on the shirts. I was with Foster behind the scenes, so I could see everything. And the nights were long, I will say.
especially
Foster-
like one of the nights was really long.
Yeah, I don't know if I should say this, but I remember you were crying.
She exposed. Why'd I do this? Why'd
It's
I do
okay,
this?
buddy.
So Foster was actually like getting teary-eyed.
I was overwhelmed, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
after
I'm
school.
I don't
sorry.
blame you.
And he started crying because he just said that he didn't think that the merch, he just was a failure, he said, and that he just didn't think that he believed in himself after that merch drop, the red and white one, and then before this one. And I think that is so funny because literally like you have your worst merch drop and then follow that. If you would have failed and just said I quit, then you wouldn't even see like how many people that you've changed lives in like your event that you had. And I just think it's funny because I know that the enemy did that for a reason, not wanting you to see what was in your future, you know?
He tried to bring us down, but we had Brad Pulls. So sorry.
Yeah.
We did.
Sorry-
We had Brad Poles.
Sorry, Satan. We have Brad Pulls on our side. I wish the button for you.
No.
Satan does not like Brad Poles.
No. You better watch out, Connor.
But okay, so yeah, Foster, this was probably the toughest that I've seen him like with his brand and all that stuff, but obviously very proud of him, and I think seeing it come to life was so much better than any of his other merch drops. And there were so many people just like Snapchatting me, DMing me, and I would see like I would post little teasers and stuff, and they're like, "Can I get one now?" And I say like, you can't get it yet, but make sure you come. And on June 4th, was it when it happened? Yeah. So I just know that there's a lot of people, tons of people texting me, Snapchatting me, like a bunch of my friends and random people that I didn't even know. They're like, "Hey, can I get a hat or can I get a shirt?" and all that stuff. So I already knew that it was gonna the merch shop, we were gonna sell out pretty quick. But during the process, when we went to New Vintage Thrifts, when we went on the boat, when we went to Down 10 Days, I'm not kidding you. Like when we do the photo shoots, it's probably my favorite time. I feel like doing that.
I think it's all of us.
You know?
For sure.
It's so much fun.
It's all about like the people that you do it with. It makes it so much
Good
fun.
team.
Yeah. So I just loved our models this year, and I think that we're gonna stick with them because they were all just such a good time. And
They're bought in, bro.
yeah, it was really cool. So yeah, during the photo shoot was really fun, and I don't even have like a best day. Like, I feel like every day that we did the photo shoot was so much fun.
Talk about June 9th a little bit though. The
the
event.
event. Okay, so when we first got there, I went. What?
Macy pulled up, wasn't wearing merch.
Oh yeah, I wasn't. Neither was Connor. I mean Brad.
I was cameraman.
Brad.
Brad wasn't wearing anything.
Brad.
Well, so when I came from my point of view, the girlfriend's point of view, I was expecting there to be room for me in the front row because obviously I was like, this is my boyfriend. I need to see him. I could not even see. I was hiding behind people, and I was not mad, but I was like, okay, I need to see Foster. But I would have gotten in everybody's
crisis.
ways. Yeah, it was crazy. So I just stood back with my friends. I could see Foster from like the corner of my eye. And I was just behind so many people. But at the end of the show, I still had to wait. I was like in a line, I feel like, after a concert.
Oh yeah, literally.
You were in a line to come see me?
To come see you after,
Oh
because all
my
your
gosh.
merch, everyone was
Yeah, I
like
was
in line.
selling.
It was so funny because my friend Ellie came. She right whenever Foster was like, "You guys can hang out. You guys can get some merch." She was like, "We need to get merch," but there's already a line like building up.
Yeah.
So it took like 5 to 10 minutes to even like see you after the show.
You
But
should have capped. You should have been like, it took 4 hours.
no, I'm realistic. But it was so. Oh my gosh, it was so funny because compared to your first show to this one, it's just crazy how many more people. Like I can't even imagine how it's gonna be next time. So I just thought that it was so good. It was so awesome. I don't really have anything else to say because I was literally speechless that night.
I think afterwards that was like insane. Like
Yeah.
like when everyone was all like grouped around, like it was just such a good environment at the end. You
It
know what I
was
mean?
Everyone's
insane.
smiling, bro. Like it was just really cool.
We were doing the signs.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
The end was low key good. It was like
And-
a little like after party.
And I'm
Yeah.
so sad that my camera was dead for it. Oh.
Yeah.
I got pretty good shots.
You did? You're
Yeah.
going to have to send them over, low key.
Hey, Brad Poles with the shots, always coming through.
Always,
no
bro.
matter the circumstances.
So I want to ask you, Brad, Connor. We call him Connor because you know that's
Real
his
name.
actual name, but we gotta get used to the Brad Pools because that's the brand. That is the brand that's about to take over the KC area / world. But so Connor, like throughout this drop, Brad, throughout this drop, what has it been for you? Because I know, speaking for me personally, like I felt somewhat, I don't want to say dead, but I felt like I was in a rut, and then this drop brought me back to life. Like February, March, I felt like I was just kind of going through the motions. I feel more alive right now than I've felt ever. Probably this is probably the best feeling I've ever had. Like best mindset, outlook on life I ever had right now. It really brought me to life, I feel like. So I want to hear what it's done for you, because I know if it's done that for me, you were just as involved in this as I was.
So I've had like 2 big takeaways. My first one is definitely risk taking. I'm not a risk taker at all. My money is my money, and like I like protect that with everything, right? And then this dude's talking, telling me to drop bands, and it was a
Bro,
struggle.
it's just $2K for the hats, bro. Come on.
It was a struggle at first, but he definitely taught me, you can't be comfortable your whole life. You know what I mean? So you got to step out of your comfort zone.
Then
So
again, you can be comfortable, but if you want to growth happens when you're uncomfortable.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
So I mean, that was a big takeaway for me, and I definitely cherish that moment now. But my second one was more of like a purpose. Like I feel like this has brought me like a good purpose. Like I feel like I actually have something to look forward to and help. Because I'll admit it, like at the beginning, I didn't really feel like I had a purpose. You know, going like through winter, going into spring, I struggled with that. And I feel like, you know, Foster and how he, I don't just like cherishes like all of our moments, like building up to it. Like he's always reassuring me about how like useful I am, and you know, it's just nice to hear that shit and like how we kept growing, and that was my biggest takeaway. It's just like now that it's just purpose, bro.
Yeah, and it was the car rides to the meetings. It was sitting in traffic, listening to music. It's the little things, bro.
Yeah.
It was driving on the gravel roads to some random house to get the hats embroidered. You know what I'm saying? It's
And
like it's those little things.
It's you just asking me, you're like, are you comfortable with this? Like how do you? He's always asking me, how do I feel about it?
Because here's the thing, and I've said this before. I could sell all day, but when the orders come in, that's when I get scatterbrained. That's when I start doing all this crazy stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm kind of hard to work with, and just in even in the
Very
way,
hard.
yes, yeah, and in the way that I even like text, bro, I just feel so annoying sometimes. So I'm just like, bro, you're bought into this, right? And he'll always be like, yeah, bro, I'm all in. I'm like, okay, good. Please, I need you. Well, how is it working with me? I do want to know.
I think the biggest criticism I have is this dude is not organized to save his life.
hey, when it comes to like organizing and making things look nice, I got that. But like when it comes
I'm
to
like-
anything else,
I'm like, so how many did you sell up there? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, well, bro.
I went to this pop-up event. Shout out Source Collections. He had me out to just sell some hats and shirts. Connor's like, bro, how many did you sell? I was like, honestly, I don't even know.
I'm
I have
counting
this
them.
money though.
Yeah, I'm counting them on the Instagram page. Like, all right, he sold 2 charts, but yeah. And then
That's how
trying
it
to do inventory before our drop day. Like we're missing shirts and hats. I'm like, Foss, where are these at?
Not only that,
Wow.
you were like, bro, we're missing like $400. And then I start counting the cash, and you're like, okay, we have it back, but how? like it made no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on me. But hey,
Next
you know,
drop,
we gotta be more.
I'm gonna change them. We're gonna get everything in a line.
Oh my god.
Hey, we're gonna cut him some slack. He's a PE teacher.
I'm just glad he's talking about the next merch drop.
Hey.
He's in.
We're in.
He's bought in,
baby.
bro. He's bought in.
How bought in are you? How bought in are you to this?
This is the brand, I guess. you know.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I'm ready to start the next one, bro.
For sure.
That's how ready I am.
I'm ready to get the rest of this reorder out. Hopefully by the time this drops, it's already out. I'm pretty sure it's already half sold out.
Yeah,
That's all we really needed.
definitely.
Because
Yeah.
we got to keep some stock because we're going to be at Downtown Days. I want a tent down there next year.
Yeah.
Got to start saving up merch now. So yeah, it's on to the next, baby.
Be
It's
awesome.
time to keep elevating. Keep elevating. Shout out Wiz Khalifa. But
Always.
but Brock, I guess we kind of already got into what it was for you, but what is the last couple weeks just being back, going through this process with us? And even like the El Dorado night, it just being back. What's this process done for you,
Well,
if anything?
I mean, this is a little deeper, but that's what the Underwater FlyZone is.
Facts.
But being in Arizona for so long, it's just like it's so different. Like if you like, not many people go out of state. Like I love it there. I have like great opportunities there. Like don't get me wrong, like it's super cool. But like I feel like this is home for me.
Yeah.
So like when I come back and I see stuff like this happening, it's just like, dang, this is so refreshing.
Yeah.
Like when I got back, like I was doing sports, like, all week. Like I was, doing classes, stuff like that, like typical college activities, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So doing the same thing for like 8 months. And then like you come back here and you're just like, you get to help with like the Underwater FlyZone merch and like all that stuff. It was just like, it was really cool. And then I think it finally hit me the night of El Dorado. I think
Yeah.
June 9th, like it like completely hit me. I'm like, dang, like, yeah, like this is my group. You know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
these are my dudes. Like these are the people that like I can grow with and
For
like
sure.
enjoy growing with. So like, I think more so it's just like, it was more than like the brand, like the merch, like all of it. It was more just like seeing what we can do with like your friends. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like when you literally just have like we took Foster's vision that he had, you know, a couple years ago, and we just like elevated it. You know what I mean? Like we just took it to the next level.
Built it up.
And we're gonna keep doing that. Like we're gonna look back at this podcast and we're gonna be like, dang.
And not only
Like,
that,
you
bro,
know?
when you came home, the next day we did
That's
this.
what I was about to say.
No,
It was
dude,
like
literally
The next
Yeah.
day.
about that too. I know we're cutting it on time, but I was literally working like the conference tournament that weekend. I had no clue when we were coming home. Like I had no idea. Like I didn't know if we were gonna make the regional or what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, like, you know, I'm kind of like, it had been a long year. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, I wonder when I'm gonna get to like fly home, whatever. And then, you know, we lose that last game, and that meant I could come home. So I'm like texting Foster. I remember I was like, literally, I was at a camera rental store in Tempe, Arizona, and I was calling Foster called me, and he's like, bro, when are you gonna be home? And I was like, dude, I don't know. Like I can't guarantee it. And then, you know, we lose that night, and I'm like, hey, I'm coming home
We're
like
coming
Sunday.
home.
It was that Sunday. I flew home, and that Monday we shot.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like we literally, like I went to bed, like I was so tired, and we woke up the next day. We shot like probably one of the coolest photo shoots.
Amazing day, bro.
It
Amazing.
was awesome.
I want y'all to catch this. When you're fulfilling the purpose that God has for your life, He will always give you signs that you're doing the
Yes.
purpose. He'll always make sure you know, hey, this is your purpose.
Absolutely.
One of the signs that I'll bring up is that winter merch drop, bro. We had this date planned for like 4 weeks. All right, we're going to go out with the squad this night in Maryville. We're going to take some pics. It's going to be lit. No snow in the forecast. It just starts snow. The second we get together, snow.
Yeah.
The most photogenic fat snowflakes you ever seen. Snowing. It's like, it felt like it was 50 degrees out. It's not even cold. I'm out there in shorts and a crew neck. And it's just blizzard.
I remember this.
Dude, so photogenic. Like those pictures, if you go back to the Underwater FlyZone Podcast Instagram page, go check it out.
What a promo.
Yeah, if you go check those pictures out, like that is God showing, like, hey, I'm gonna give y'all some. And right when we finish, snow ended. I'm gonna give y'all some snow for this drop. It's gonna look real nice. And then like when y'all done, just let me know. I'll make it stop. Like it literally felt like that. 3 days later, let's get a few more pics in the daytime. We go out 5:30. It's still light out. Snow.
Crazy.
Yeah, snow again. We end. The snow ends. Is that not a sign? Brock, his team's the 1 seed. His team is the one seed in the tournament. They had to lose their first 2 games of the tournament for him to be back by Monday.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna. The 1 seed. Come on, they ain't losing, bro. First game, L. Second game, they down 12-0 in the first. I'm calling Connor, bro. Brock's gonna be back, baby. Brock's gonna be back.
I'm sitting there at the game because I only worked the first game. I worked the first game, and it was a tough game. I'm not gonna lie. Like we were fighting back in the end. I was like, oh shoot, like I think we're gonna pull this out because like that was the one thing. Like that team, like that's off topic, but that anyway. But yeah, that second game, I mean, like I was kind of sitting there watching. I'm like, dang, like I hadn't even packed yet. Like I would even pack. Like, if I had to, like, if we lost, like I was literally trying to leave like the next like 2-3 days. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Everything happens for a reason.
Exactly.
So I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad we got that shoot in. I think I was really happy with how they turned out.
Yeah.
Like,
yes. No, I mean,
you know,
it was unreal, bro. It was the best work that can be done with the camera.
Oh yeah.
yeah, like literally it was so fun. And like, honestly, like the models, everything we had, like it all just played out so well.
So perfect. And like literally, what are the odds that happen?
Yeah. Once me and Foss got everything in production, it was just butter.
Boom.
Literally.
And that's the thing too, is just like I'm still like shocked at like how much you guys were able to accomplish in that short time. Like, I mean, even just since January, like you guys got hats designed, you got 4 colorways.
Yeah.
And then you got like, you know, all the shirts figured out. Like it's just crazy how fast it, you know, came to fruition.
I'm sure by the time this drops, we will be sold out of browns because we have 1 left. And then we have like, I think one of those pinks is claimed. So we really have like no pink or brown left.
By the gray.
If you want a charcoal, please. Hey,
charcoal.
hey, hit me up. I'll sell it to you for
$25.
He
Use
reads
code
my
DERP
mind.
at
Did you hear
checkout.
that? Did you hear that?
Actually, use code Brad Poles at checkout.
Or just DM me and say, hey, I listened to the podcast and you said you'd sell it for me for $25.
Yeah.
Please. Yeah,
25.
$25. You could have a charcoal. They did not sell. That was our only misstep of the drop was the charcoal hats. That was it.
They're fire hats.
They fire, bro. I love
love
them.
'em.
Dude,
Bro, we gotta
we gotta stop. We gotta stop. We've been together way too much. But yeah, bro. Last thing I want to say is I know I hit on it a lot, but after that one drop, after that season 4 drop, And I said this at the show. It did feel like I hit that point that everyone, when you're chasing your dreams, everyone will hit this point at some point. The pressure seems too much. The dead ends seem like they're overcoming the freeways. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels like everywhere you turn, it's not working, and it feels like you should give up. It feels like you should quit. I hit that point where it felt like I should quit. Mm-hmm. Instead of quitting, I prayed about it. God told me, no, you ain't quitting. So I doubled down, bro. Instead of quitting, we dropped money on the mics. Instead of quitting, we upgraded the merch quality. Instead of quitting, got my boy Connor involved. Got my boy Brad Poles involved. My bad. We went all in, bro. We went all in after the biggest L we have ever taken. So I just want that to be some motivation for y'all. And look how it's played out. I hope nobody watching ever gives up. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on anything, because as long as you keep pushing and you're doing it for the right purpose, God will never let you fail, bro. God will never let you fail. And like quitting doesn't always like let's say this, like giving up doesn't necessarily mean. So here's an example. My boy Alex runs Clever Fools. Clever Fools is no longer a thing. He did not quit, in my opinion. He ended the brand because he was going from one thing to the next. He was growing. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between quitting and growing. Know the difference.
Chasing that dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still chasing the dream. He's still chasing the dream. He's actually starting a new brand. I can't even talk about it. But yeah, so like don't always think quitting, quitting sometimes looks a little different. Sometimes it's just growing. But don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. Just fulfill your purpose, because that's what success is. And yeah. I mean, shoot, what are we at? 55 minutes? 56 minutes. I liked it. What'd y'all think?
It was beauty.
Solid.
I love these mics, bro. Macy, what'd you think?
Yeah, I like hearing it.
Yeah, these sound good. These do sound really good.
I want to record another one right now.
Dude.
Not even playing. All right.
Hey.
Y'all listen. We are not at 1,000 subs yet. We are little over halfway. We can't make any money off of YouTube until we hit 1,000 subs. If you want stickers, if you want socks, if you want freaking shorts, more hats, more merch, you want to see our business grow even more, we need to hit that 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now. Please go hit that subscribe button. Share this one out. World needs to hear this episode. World needs to hear all these episodes, because we're coming in hot. The devil is going to be very upset with us, because we are coming in hot, boys and girls. We're coming in hot.
Yes, sir.
So make sure to subscribe, please. And we're going to catch y'all in episode 2. The weekly episodes are not starting just yet. This is just the first one. But once you hear episode 2, that's going to start the weekly episodes. It's coming. All right. Brad, you wanna end this off? Love you guys.
See you guys.
Peace.
Yep, thank you.
Baby. Uh-oh. We going all night.
Maybe you got to do it from the
Dude, the
computer.
board is being a little weird.